everyone, today I will introduce about AuMAS Resources Berhad company background. AuMAS Resources Berhad is a public listed gold mining company on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia. It stands out as the only gold-focused public company in Malaysia operating with a high level of transparency and strategic focus. The company is based in Sabah with its main operation at the Bukit Mantri mining site in Tawau. AuMAS uses advanced mining technology and follows a cost-efficient business model to improve gold extraction and sustainability. So far, the company has extracted over 6.5 tonnes of gold despite being in the early phase of operation, showing strong growth potential. AuMAS also emphasizes environmental, social, and governance principles, including workplace safety and local community support. In short, AuMAS is a forward-looking company with a strong position in Malaysia's gold mining industry.
Hi, my name is Nur Aimunira binti Mazilan, metric number S71223. Now, I will explain about accounting policies of AuMAS Resources Berhad. Under MFRS 116, AuMAS Resources Berhad recognize its property, plant and equipment at cost less accumulated depreciation and any impairment losses. This means the initial value is what they paid for it, and then they reduce that value over time to reflect its usage and wear and tear. For MFRS 15 revenue recognition, AuMAS Resources Berhad recognize revenue when it transfers control of goods or services to its customer at an amount that reflects the consideration expected in exchange. Revenue is recognized when the customer gets the benefit and control of the goods or services. Next is MFRS 138. This is AuMAS Resources Berhad accounts for its intangible asset. These are assets that don't have a physical form like patents, trademark, or software. These assets are recognized at their cost, less accumulated amortization, and any impairment losses. After that, MFRS 141 is agriculture with an emphasis on biological asset, and MFRS 114 is investment property. AuMAS Resources Berhad does not apply MFRS 141 and MFRS 114. Lastly is MFRS 137 provision and contingencies. MFRS 137 deals with how AuMAS Resources Berhad accounts for provisions, contingent liabilities, and contingent assets. Provisions are recognized when there is a present obligation as a result of a past event, and it is probable that an outflow of resources will be required to settle the obligation, and the amount can be reliably estimated. These are typically recorded on the balance sheet.
I'll be presenting section 4.1 to 4.3 about AuMAS Resources Berhad. Don't worry, I'll keep it short and hopefully not boring. First, for 4.1, key non-current asset, AuMAS Resources Berhad owns some pretty valuable long-term assets, mainly property, plant and equipment (PPE). Basically, this covers mining land, building, heavy-duty machines, and equipment used to dig, process, and transport gold. Intangible assets, These are assets you can't touch but are super important, like mining license, exploration rights, and goodwill when the company acquires other mining business. Economic factors affect asset valuation. These assets don't just pretty, their value is influenced by the economy. Let's see how. First, inflation. Higher price increase costs for material, labor, and upkeep, which can reduce profits and may require asset revaluation. 2. Interest rates. High rates make loans costly, delaying new purchase or expansions. They also affect how future cash flow are discounted. For 3, market volatility. Fluctuating gold price can lower the fair value of mining assets and cause impairments. Finally, 4.3. Strategy adjustment and revaluation. So what does AuMAS do about all this? They don't just spend it, they have smart strategies. They do regular revaluation so that the asset values in the financial statements are up to date. They keep a close eye on the costs for maintenance and development to soften the impact of inflation. They plan big spending and financing during periods of low interest rates, wherever time save money. In conclusion, AuMAS Resources Berhad is proactive in managing and valuing its non-current assets. By adjusting to inflation, interest rates, and market ups and downs, they protect their financial health and keep operations stable. That's all from me. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you are still awake.
Today, I will briefly explain the non-current asset of AuMAS Resource Berhad. AuMAS report property, plant and equipment like land, buildings, and mining equipment. These are recorded at cost and depreciate using the straight line method. The company also has intangible assets such as mining rights and license, which are amortized over their useful life. Biological assets and investment property are not applicable as AuMAS does not operate in agriculture or hold rental properties. Assets are recognized only if future benefits are expected and the cost can be measured. They follow MFRS 116 for PPE and MFRS 138 for intangible.
Hi everyone, I will go through the financial analysis of AuMAS Resources Berhad, focusing on how the company performed in 2024. Let's look at some important part like how the company used its asset, made profit, and managed its money. First, we look at the asset turnover ratio. This shows how well the company used its asset to make sales. In 2023, the company made 1 ringgit 70 cent for every 1 ringgit of asset. But in 2024, it's only made 39 cents. This means the company was less efficient in using its asset to earn money. Next is the return on asset or ROA. This shows how well the company used its asset to make profit. In 2023, the return was very low, only 0.59%. In 2024, it went up a lot to 7.43%. This is a good sign. It shows the company become better at turning asset into profit. Now, let's talk about the debt to asset ratio. This shows how much of the company asset were paid using debt. In 2023, the ratio was 28.73%, and in 2024, it dropped to 14.85%. A lower ratio means the company used less borrowing. This shows that the company is stronger and has less financial risk. Next, we look at the fixed asset turnover ratio. This shows how well the company used its fixed asset, like machine or buildings, to make sales. In 2023, it was 2.83 times. In 2024, it improved a bit to 2.90 times. This means the company used its fixed asset a bit better. Now, let's look at non-current asset. In 2023, the biggest asset was property and equipment. But in 2024, the biggest was trade and other receivable. This receivable went up a lot from 23,200,000 ringgit to 93,500,000 ringgit. This could mean the company gave loan to other companies or some customer have not paid yet. If the companies cannot collect this money, it may face problem with cash and daily operation. Lastly, let's see the company financial strength in 2024. Most of the money come from shareholders, not the loan. It is a good sign. It means the company is stable. The company also have low debt, which means less risk. Besides that, it has a lot of cash and receivable. This help the company pay its bill and run the business smoothly. In short, the company use of asset was not as good in 2024, but it made more profit, use less debt, and stay strong financially. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.